Hello gamers, welcome back. It's been a little while since we did some Slay the Spire. I think I mentioned it last weekend. My daughter started kindergarten, but it's like to pull her out of daycare, put her into kindergarten. We went from like 8-hour days to 2-hour days, and now finally, as of tomorrow, she's there for like a normal school day, which means my afternoons should free up a little bit, at least long enough for me to hopefully handle the Watcher, okay? Now, at some point, I was going to say, there is a mouse pointer in this game. Just wanted to say thank you for your patience. We beat Ascension 11 on stream. The video is called, hang on, I mean, it's a spoiler, but like, if a director spoils his own movie, that's not a spoiler. That's just discussing artistic intent. I believe it's called Call Me Tia Carrere, The Way I'm Hunting Relics. 97.6% likes. It seems like that's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes at least, although the standards are probably a little different. So that's why we're on A12 instead of A11, okay? I will choose a rare. I selfishly want my rare to be Brilliance. That's not going to come to pass. But these are amazing rares, man. I have to think in context of like the best card is probably Scrawl, but early, like for Act 1, the best card is probably Ex Machina because we can get to lethal on hallway fights much easier, and that might even give us the ability to hunt some extra elites because we'll get the extra energy to like stance, dance, and whatnot. We're gonna take some damage early, but it's 9:24 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and I'll just give it to you straight, brother. I'm like, you know, the Mighty Souls of Mischief on 93 till infinity. You know I'm chilling. Okay, and I'm not that chill because I gotta lower my webcam. Wait, we're still calling it a webcam, huh? It's kind of funny to think about webcam. Camera, sure, I get it. There's no doubt about that. Web? I mean, this is making it on the internet, but like, you know, so is your social insurance number these days. Sorry, I should have Americanized the joke. So is your social security number these days. My mistake. Hang on, we just do this. That doesn't mean it's designed for the internet. It's not a web-based camera. I do want to stance, but Wave of the Hand is... That's like a run-enabling card. And look at that, we're popping already, man. 2 weak to all enemies. I mean, Eruption is big, but we have energy. I think, like, what we should be focusing on is leveling up those cards that, like, otherwise only give you one turn of effect. Like a Crush Joints, for example, a Sash Whip, and other various tools and tribulations. You've still got 3 turns of weakness. I've still got 2 turns of weakness. I guess, you know, one good turn deserves another. That's 13 damage in and of itself. And then you can see the plans coming together here. We're still taking attacks early. I will just take a Vault. It may not be like the most run enabling card immediately, but it's certainly, I mean, like we can basically, especially with extra miracles, we can play it whenever we want to play it for some degree of tempo storm. 3 energy. Get smoked. Get smoked. You might as well draw the Ex Machinas, and then, you know, you got extra energy to play with next turn. It's a very, very strong start. If you'll forgive me, I do like having smites, but if you'll forgive me, I would love to be greedy and actually get another rare. Like if I could pick up a Lesson Learned in a timely fashion here, I think I would be. I'll just level with you. I think I'd be loving every minute of it, Jerry. I think I'd be loving every minute of it. And we basically almost got you already. Now the almost could have hurt there, but Wing Boots, very interesting. I do think there's probably such a thing as having too many vaults, but I don't know if we're there yet. Now this fight might be a touch touchy. I think you want to hit Miracle Vault. And then we, unfortunately, what we really wanted to see was like those early Talk to the Hands so that we could get the artifacts taken care of here, but It's alright, it happens. We'll probably be able to finesse a way to draw Ex Machina. Put the vault down for later. Then, a Vigilance gives us 8 block. None of you are weak. This gives us 2 turns of weakness on each of you. We can keep the Smite to pop whenever we enter Eruption. And we're feeling... I think we're feeling pretty solid. This does 6. Should probably go like Carve, Smite, Smite. And I know I said we were going to use the Smites when we had Eruption, but I saw an opportunity to not be forced to draw any more Dazes, and I thought to myself, that sounds nice. Again, we don't wish to draw the Vault, unfortunately. Not on this turn, because we need extra energy to make it work with some tempo. We've already used our miracles. Okay, it's all falling apart. It's all falling up. No, it's all coming together. Yes, it's all coming together incredibly slowly. It's all coming together. You just gotta punch through one more, man. I got attacks in my deck. I got a Carve Reality in there somewhere. There it is. All we need to do on the next turn is draw an Eruption, and that's exactly how it's going to go. We get an Eruption. Now I got to run the numbers on this one. I think we actually have to play our Vault, and then this isn't even that bad. Like, the amount of damage we took off of this isn't even that bad. Thread and Needle is also amazing. So we're getting insanely lucky with our rewards. Like, Ex Machina is just always playable. 2 vaults already. I do think we need more attacks, though, in case... if our deck gets full of garbage. You don't really fill our deck with garbage. I've already fought the Elite, most likely to fill our deck with garbage. I guess you just take Scrawl, like, and then I'm gonna go for it, man. I'm gonna go for it. First off, Cut Through Fate. We don't want to see that. We want to see, like, Ex Machina, because it gives us the tempo. Then you pop all your miracles, play your Scrawl, and then this is looking like a turn right here, bud. We could weaken you, but I was just going to say, we know we have 2 vaults coming up. So it actually seems like way more sensible to just do that. And then we can easily play Juan Vault, or I could kill you. So that's another free Elite in the books, thanks to Wing Boots. I kind of look at Wing Boots these days. It's like, and I don't get it that often, and I don't willfully take it very often, but I almost look at it like an Omamori, in the sense that I want to use it. I think we want to fight, upgrade, upgrade if possible. That seems like the play to me, because we only have 1 left. We take it to leverage it as early as possible, because the rewards that we get out of it early will... percolate out through the run and hopefully make it easier for us, like, forever. You know what I mean? Like, you'd rather get a reward that makes you stronger earlier so that you have the opportunity to get the gains from that reward for as long as possible, which can continue, like, generating compound value for you throughout the run, right? Sorry to sound like a hustle influencer or whatever, but I'm just... we're talking about Slay the Spire, not like, you know, starting your own... ill-begotten Airbnb empire or something like that. So, you know, don't need to apply that level of scrutiny everywhere. Meditate. Okay, so we've got lots of draw, and we've got lots of stance dancing. I would say there's there's a lot of plays here. One I like is a cheaper vault, so we can actually play it and get value out of the turn regardless. And then do exactly the same thing again. I don't think we're going to be disappointed having 2 of these. We could always just not play one of them and then play it later. But on this turn, I don't think you need to play it. Although, I guess, in a way, why not, right? Then you can Miracle, Miracle, Scrawl. At some point, we do attacks. That's built into the run. Attacks will happen at some point. But it's not going to be... dump them both, because I actually want Eruption next turn, unfortunately. But it's not going to be yet. And look at the value we're keeping up from Wave of the Hand. Not that the units are going to live that long, but, like, if they did, they'd be weak for 8 turns, man. 8 turns? Well, I forgot Wave of the Hand plus Plated Armor. Like, Needle and Thread is doing some incredible work for us. Consecrate is interesting, but I think we got a fairly tight setup already. Maybe we're just blessed to have not fought, like, the hallway fights on this floor that would normally be super annoying. 1 second, I gotta take this. There we go. We're chill. Calmer than you are. Calmer than you are. This is a good Wave of the Hand. And then just to be in the Wrath state, yeah, you get 2 turns of weakness by default. That's a beautiful thing. So I think we should go, I mean, you gotta go nutty mode, right? We hit you. I'd love to see a scrawl. It definitely justifies using the miracles. We will smack you, and I guess I just kill you, but I was planning to maybe chain some vaults in there. At some point, man, we're gonna use potions, I promise. And we've got a little stance dancing build. I think we've got a great deck, if I'm being honest. Now, I think Eruption costing 1 is a long overdue get here. I think a Battle Hymn would fit nicely on this deck as well. Wow, okay. What does Battle Hymn do? I think you know that, but it adds a smite to your hands every turn. Very useful for a guy like me, as they say. Because we want to capitalize on having like one big turn. One big turn where we can play multiple smites, maybe stance dance a little bit, like that can very much change our reality. Speaking of which, I would love to draw something that allows me to exit stance. Okay, I'll hold the miracles and we'll take the damage. You know what? That's a lesson in hubris, maybe. This is more along the lines of what I was looking for. So I feel like miracle, Wave of the Hand, exit your stance. Holy cow. Scrawl, it never ends, man. Defend. Maybe we should have meditated at the end of that, but like meditate is probably the card I get most accused of underrating, which is annoying. Yeah, we want Vault next turn. Is annoying because it's a card I think I respect. So that just means it must be even better than the level of marination I'm putting on it. We could do even better than that. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna Vault again, just because like to get into the to get into Eruption would be like a pretty big improvement on things. But now I'm realizing that it was actually like maybe not the right time for it. Empty your mind. At some point, like, you gotta play... you gotta play your smites, you know? I mean, I'm just gonna do one right now, just to make space in our hand, even though it means we take a little bit more damage. Because, like, otherwise our hand is just getting... it's getting too full of smites, and I was even at the point where I was gonna carve reality and then put, like, another smite in my hand. So we probably just eat it, man. Just take the damage. You need to make space in your hands. We're learning a valuable lesson about underestimating the competition. It's a tricky one. Obviously, I can like do this, and then you're on very low HP. And then maybe you just play nothing. Next turn we have the ability to enter calm, but we need... well, we basically needed like a block. And we got 2, which is positive. And next turn you're dead, but like... that could have gone a lot better. It could have gone marginally worse, but it definitely could have gone a lot better. I think we could deal with double Scrawl. And exiting calm gets you an additional energy. Okay, I mean, it's the snap pick against 2 relics that are a little spicier, I think. Now, this floor, I want to remove some curses. Our innate curse, I guess, that's the only curse, but you get the idea. Okay. Early Vault. This is like your all-in turn. Could have played Wave of the Hand first. It's not all in, but this is it's an important and very helpful turn. And then you know what? Like, why not just Vault again out of that? We get extra energy when we exit Calm. So I think it's worth a try. Because then we can always, like... I mean, you're already pretty weak. I guess I would Vigilance, Empty Mind. Now we got 3 energy again. And then, even though we're not in Wrath, let's go in on you a little bit. I feel like, considering how many rares that don't do damage we're playing, like, doesn't it feel like we should be in a more dominant state? And I'm not talking about, like, you know, Ohio when it comes to college football. I mean, like, I feel like we should almost be, like, one-turning the majority of enemies. You ever consider, I don't know, playing, like, one of your potions instead of just discarding them all the time? Now, I know I was talking about Battle Hymn, but... I actually don't think we need it. I think that, like, the boss fight was kind of a cautionary tale. Let's remove Writhe. Chemical X, not relevant, but I do like it. Matryoshka will pay dividends. I do feel like Bag of we have so, like, the vault will not cause the vulnerability to go away. So this really opens up our ability to do damage turn 1, I think. Also, applying vulnerable to enemies seems very useful to me. And apart from that, maybe Simmer, because we got one more shop coming up if we want it, and we might just because we have to, well, we probably want to fight the elite anyway if our HP is good. So let's see if I was thinking with portals. Because, like, I feel like we should play Empty Minds. Oh, no. Why? Because I thought we would draw a vault. We were not going to draw a vault. That's okay. But then we can own you here. Wave of the Hand vault. Ex Machina's coming up at some point. We still got Talk to the Hand. So Scrawl. There's your Ex Machina. Miracle. Wave of the Hand again. Probably Indignation. Because we're going to... Yeah, that's fine. Or I guess you could play... I mean, it doesn't matter whether you play Eruption or Indignation, I suppose. So now... 3 energy, kind of whack. But the damage we're outputting, kind of sick. Defend and a Meditate. I would... Give me the Meditate, and then I'll play... Well, no, I'll play Vigilance. Sorry. So I did the... Yeah, I think I did the math a little weird. I don't want to lose any HP we don't have to lose, I guess is let's put it that way. This is like, this feels... If we get a rush down or something, I feel like there's infinite possibilities at my disposal right now. We need to play a Defend. A Defend, a Strike, and a Meditate that brings back an Eruption. I was going to say, leaves us taking no damage. Now, are we going all in? 45. I can do math, I promise. 45. 33. 9. Yeah, we got you. You can check the numbers. The numbers check out, man. We have enough damage dealing potential, I think. I really don't know what we're looking for. Like the ability to dance more with more infiniticity would be nice. Let me see what we're drawing. If we're drawing a vault, then I have no problem playing an Indignation. And then we get kind of a free turn. And this is what you want to see, because now we can stack some status effects. Obviously, we are going to want some blocks at some point. You know, like, well, you don't have to do it this turn. You could just lay the smackdown on this turn. Maybe a Carve Reality so you have a Smite in hand. Then you play your Vault. And there's the first 2 weakness that's coming out, which feels nice. You being dead is good. And then we don't take damage. You're going to be on 6 weakness. Okay, you can... The vision is starting to come to pass, I think. Let's go Wrath mode. Draw some cards. See what you're getting next. I want to draw Eruption next turn. So let's get a Meditate. I would like Meditate to bring back This is where we could use one like really high damage card, now that I think about it. Once we're using Meditate to target a card. Because now I'm like, what do you bring back? Indignation to make you vulnerable. It's a pretty expensive energy cost. If we don't need it. If we do need it, obviously it's good. Empty Mind is like the safe bet, just so you can exit Wrath if you don't get to lethal. But who knows, if you had taken something else, maybe you would have gotten to lethal, man. I wouldn't sweat it. Okay, I would sweat it, but only ever so slightly. I'm playing no other cards because I don't want to draw 5 dazes. We get there. Reach Heaven is good because Through Violence is going to be crazy for us. We need to upgrade Meditate. I actually feel like there's enough elites on the path, man. Let's make our deck, but you need Rushdown. I really wanted to upgrade a card, but you need Rushdown. Then you need to upgrade Meditate, and then the combo is starting to come to pass here. We can build a lot of momentum early, playing a couple cards, scrawling, vaulting, ending the turn, carrying the status effects into the next turn. You can see the vision. Okay, this is Potion Seller. We'll start with the Wave of the Hand no matter what. Hand of Greed seems like it'll go crazy, and a Scrawl is very valuable. So because we have a Vault, let's Indignation. Get a kill with Hand of Greed. You might as well Scrawl to see if you get Ex Machina. We didn't, but that's good because we're more likely to get it on the next turn, or another Vault, or both. Okay, so you pop 2 of those. We do want to pop a Rushdown, but we gotta like... There's an order to these things, okay? Can't play that. I mean, you can play it, I guess. Could I just... I don't have an attack that kills you, huh? Let's just play this, see what you draw, and then you play your Vault. And then again, we're very likely to get a freebie next turn. We're not going to be able to exit Stance, which kind of sucks. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't want to take any... Well, we take 0. We take 0 because of our Needle and Thread. And you got 8 turns of weakness. And I made 40 gold off of that. That's kind of disgusting, man. And you can't do anything. You had 10 turns of weakness, brother. Now I wish I played Rushdown, but so be it, I suppose. I mean, this... I feel like on hallway fights, we're not exactly like blowing the doors off every single one, but on elites, this deck seems to be shining right now. So we have multiple ways to enter Wrath, especially once like our rares get exhausted. We may not need a Tantrum. But a Flurry of Blows seems like it would hit. We're changing stance enough that that feels like it would be helpful. Now, 0 cost Rushdown when we don't have an Energy Relic. I'm not overthinking it, I'm just, you know... I guess I'm doing whatever feels right. Now, this is amazing because we can get 10 block by playing 0 block because of Orichalcum and Needle and Thread. It's disgusting. You gotta draw. It's a pretty horrendous first turn. Even though we're ruining Orichalcum by doing this, I think you just do that for the weakness, and then we take 0. We did burn some miracles to make it happen, but the weakness is going to go crazy here. So don't pop your miracles yet. A Scrawl exists. I know the Eruption's important, but the Scrawl is like that's the start of the combo kicker for us. You probably just want to carve Reality, Vault, Indignation, Strike, Smite. Now he's going to be confused because the last time he was in like time that was moving at a normal speed, he had like a bunch of friends. But that sucks for him. That sucks for him, but it's not for me to worry about. Next Vault could be coming up this turn. It'd be very nice if it did. For reasons that are probably obvious here. What does this do? 60 damage. 60 plus 12 doesn't quite get you there, which is a little devastating, but you know what? You get to save your through violence for next turn anyway. And now, I mean, there's any number of ways to ruin your life. Look at that. Another clean elite fight, man. I would say bullish. So Master Reality is interesting. It really only works with our through violence and our smites, but we didn't take the one that gives us a smite every time. So I think you pass. And you might think I'm crazy for this. I just think Ragnarok is too expensive. We only have 3 energy most of the time, even though we can manipulate it a little bit. I think we're doing the right thing. A 0-cost scrawl is a buff for us. We oftentimes find ourselves like 1 energy short of lethal. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. Okay, Flurry of Blows. Probably want to like Vigilance. Strike ya. Indignation. Strike ya. Scrawl, I guess. I don't know. And then rush down into a vault. Like that's a really solid first turn. You can see the infiniticity coming to pass here. Like we can keep you sustained in a vulnerable state for quite some time. I don't really think we need more block right now, which is a weird thing to say because we've added none blocks to our deck. maybe having 1 extra block that also manipulates stance is okay. I was getting a little cocky. I was like, maybe we don't need block. Then I realized we have like literally just defends and wave of the hand. So the longer a fight goes on, the more things are going to tilt in the enemy's favor. It's worth noting. Let me see what we're drawing. Put a Flurry of Blows in the discard pile, so when we change stance, we'll get it back. Wave of the Hand is a must play. Empty Mind is a free play. I'm a little stunned, but it's all right. We still got these vaults. We could even draw the second vaults, possibly on the next turn. That's a bit of a stretch, I understand, but we may also not need to draw the other vaults. Omniscience is a mighty interesting card. The only thing is, what do you target with it? Rushdown giving you 4 cards when you enter Wrath is pretty disgusting. I feel like they're trying to seduce us with other rares, man. I think we got an amazing thing going, and they're trying to mess with it. And I'm not going to let them. I'm not going to let them do it. I would Reach Heaven, Miracle Vault. We're really trying... This is a horrendous draw. We're trying to get to, like, talk to the hand as early as possible so we can build some compound interest. But we didn't hit enough of our combo pieces, which is okay. Even here, because we drew 2 vaults on turn 1, we're not hitting our combo pieces. So as much as I'd like to play like a Wave of the Hand, I think we're probably stuck playing 2 of those instead. In Slay the Spire, I mean, you know how it is. 1 draw can always, it can put you off balance. You're not attacking on this turn, which is very bad news for you, because now you're dead. Well, you know what? I was going to rest, but with the regen potion, I'm not 100% convinced that we need it anymore. Toss me another Scrawl. We're upgrading, well, technically we're cheapening, I guess, the energy costs of things. You vault here for sure. Yeah. But that's because we don't have an energy relic. We could upgrade power if we do get an energy relic, I suppose. So this one, we don't need to use our fear potion because we're going to make you like super vulnerable. Go like this. Indignation. Flurry of Blows. Definitely Wave of the Hand. Oh, but then I can't vault. What are we drawing next turn? Minimal ways to exit stance, but it's not the end of the world necessarily. I mean, we could exit stance on this turn. You know what? I hate to do it, but it's probably the safest option. Plus, it gives us some weakness. Yeah, just there's no reason. We don't have to go all in on like turn 2 against these guys. Getting the scrawl changes everything, though. Okay. I think we want to see what we'll draw. Empty body, wave of the hand. I think we want to draw empty bodies so we can get wave of the hand next turn. And then this is probably like a good time to go in. We really want a Through Violence in our deck somewhere. And we really want to take as little damage as possible because the collector starts to hit pretty hard. But as mediocre as our draw was, I think we're actually in a very nice spot. It's not really our draw that was mediocre, I guess it was the order of it, but like, at this point, when you're weak for like 8 turns, I think we're playing with our food. Hit you. Like, we could vault. You know what, we'd really like to exit stance at the end of this turn. Let's not be too dumb. We want to meditate at the end. So I can't believe I'm going to do it, but I'm going to Through Violence you for like a heavy overkill. The idea is I can bring back the Eruption and the way to exit stand. This is where I'm starting to respect it again. Respect meditation, that is. Because as long as we end in calm, bring back an Eruption and a way to exit Eruption, whether that's enter calm or just exit stance, then we get, I mean, you can see what we're getting out of this. Then you enter calm, you get an attack, you exit calm, you get an attack, you get energy. And if we're able to exit calm and enter wrath, then we get the 2-card draw out of Rushdown too. I see what you're saying to me. Like, we can rush you down. Not like we have any block anyway. Exit the Rushdown, draw some more cards, hit you with one of those. Enter calm, this one's gonna kind of suck, but you go Indignation Vigilance. We're going to take 23, which is not even that bad. And then go into Wrath, get the energy, do some attacks but not strikes because those are a waste of everyone's time at this point. Go into Vigilance, exit Vigilance. Definitely should have played Carve Reality while I was in Wrath, but that's okay. Okay, Carve Reality. When in doubt, I guess, play your Vault. We can play the Meditate later because it doesn't exhaust. So play the Vault for now. Now here's the question. Do we exit stance? If we don't exit stance, we very well could die. So I think you exit stance. Instead of just committing to going all in, let's exit this. There's no reason to be a hero, okay? And we may not have gotten away to exit stance if I hadn't have done that. So I'm taking responsibility for, I think, being correct on this one, unless we die anyway, because it is actually kind of close. Any chance there's like good cards left in the deck somewhere? I seem to recall. Don't play defense, because we have Orichalcum at least. I seem to recall having like added some good cards to my deck, but apparently I'm mistaken in that regard. Guys, we're cooked. How did this happen? How could such a foul fate come to pass? This seems outrageous. It seems impossible. It seems outrageous. I thought we were cruising easily. Whatever, I got a smile on my face. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We'll run it again tomorrow. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Absolutely great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!